Good morning, my dear friends, and welcome today. It is once again July 4th weekend, a time we dedicate to celebrating democracy and the birth of the United States. But more than 2 centuries ago, when the Revolutionary War ended with an American victory, not everyone was celebrating. It is estimated that between 15 and 20% of the population back then remained loyal to the British Crown. I wonder what it must have been like for this group of British loyalists then. It was during that time that the generally positive word collaborator took a very negative meaning. They were regarded as traitors. I imagine St. Matthew, the apostle, whom the gospel talks about today, in that kind of situation, when Jesus called him to become part of his core group of 12. I wouldn't be surprised that the negative reaction came, not just from the Pharisees, but also from the other followers of Jesus. John tells us in his gospel that some of the other disciples eventually defected from Jesus' group because they could not accept his teachings. I am sure that there were also those who left because they could not tolerate the idea of being in the company of people like Matthew. According to Venerable Bede, Jesus saw the tax collector, and because he saw him through the eyes of mercy and chose him, he said to him, "Follow me." This following means imitating the pattern of Jesus' life, not just walking after him. This reflection by Venerable Bede eventually inspired the young Jorge Bergoglio, who would later become Pope Francis, to take his episcopal motto when he became a bishop, Miserando atque eligendo. Matthew must have felt that people looked at him with the eyes of judgment and condemnation. There is a commentary by Kevin Keaton on the TV episode, The Chosen, that portrays Matthew as being drawn to Jesus not so much because he is a sinner in need of forgiveness. The main problem that he struggles with is not sin, it is rejection. And what Jesus offers for his struggle is not heart transformation and forgiveness, but acceptance and inclusion. We are therefore reminded today to always learn to look at others through Jesus' eyes of mercy and set aside the prejudgments we tend to develop when we look at them through the lenses of moral and doctrinal uprightness. Let us learn to fight prejudice with love, with kindness, with empathy, and with compassion. Amen.